So before we begin the video, just want a quick shout out to Monobrow Man once more. He's really close to the 100 subs mark, and I just want to help him get to it. So if you guys could do me a massive favor, please subscribe to Monobrow Man. Help him get to 100 subs. He's 31 subs away. He's currently at the spicy 69 number. And if you guys can help him get to 100, please do it, because the guy's just honestly he's a lovely dude, and he's pretty funny as well, and he makes some very highly well edited content. But anyway, without further ado, let's get into this video. Hey guys, it's me, Kane, the funniest man in the known universe. Well, not really. I mean, I don't think many people would agree with that statement, if I'm being completely honest. But yeah, welcome to today's video. It is finally time for the Q&A for 500 subs. Now, originally, and I will say this, I wanted to do the Q&A a lot earlier. And I know people are like, but you're doing it in January. You're fine, mate. You're fine on time. What's the rush, man? But I wanted to do it literally. I wanted to start preparing for it just after I hit 500. But the thing is that after I hit 500, I was I was going to really start working on it, start, asking for questions, get everything all nice and organized. But then 2019 ended, because if you guys didn't know, I actually hit 500 subs literally just before 2019 ended, which was one of my goals, which was to hit 3 milestones in 1 year, and I was able to pull it off somehow, and I'm still baffled to this day on how we did it, and I'm still grateful. I will always be grateful for you guys for just helping me make this dream come true. So yeah, in this video I'm going to be answering your questions that you guys have asked me for the big 500 subs Q&A. Now, we're going to be doing Discord first. I think I've done Discord at least first a few times when it comes to these Q&As. I could be wrong, but yeah. We're going to be doing Discord first, and then we're going to go on to YouTube, because there's a lot of questions on YouTube compared to Discord. So we'll get Discord out the way first, and then we shall gallivant off to the YouTubes. We shall. And hopefully the copper mills won't come after me, even though, I mean, I've literally just dropped a few F-bombs earlier, I think, at least. And if not, then fuck. There you go. Don't at me, copper. Anyway, let's get into the first question of the 500 subs Q&A on Discord. The first question is coming from Exobrad, and he has asked me, what's my goal for 2020? And if I'm being completely honest, I've made a few goals. There's some of them I've been carrying out. I've been starting to carry out. Some of them I'm working on it. But yeah. So I'll just quickly, I guess, list off some of my goals for this year. So my first goal is, I think this is also in a question later on in the Q&A. So I don't know if I'm answering that question now, but I'll just say it. I'd love to hit 1K this year personally, but I feel like, a reasonable number would be 600 or 700 this year. If I hit it, I hit it, And honestly, I don't really care about the number, if I'm being honest. I care about you guys that watch the videos, that watch the live streams, that just give me the chance to provide the content for you guys. My second goal is to lose some weight, as I gained a few pounds in 2019. I did. I'm not no thick boy. I ain't no fat bastard from Austin Powers. But I gained a bit of extra meat. But I'm working on losing weight, and I think I'm doing a good job so far at starting it. As I've been going on a diet, I've been starting to do more things. I'm starting to properly prepare and all that. And the last thing I want to try and do this year is to quit smoking, as I started smoking a few years back. And if I'm being honest, I mean, at the end of the day, you're just paying money just to kill yourself, pretty much. And And honestly, I mean, it doesn't really help if I'm being completely honest. Smoking doesn't. It just destroys your body. It's like slowly it does. Anyway, thank you, Exo Brad, for sending in the question. So the next question is coming from UG Outlaw, and he's asked me, have I ever thought of expanding my content like walkthroughs or let's plays? Now, I mean, I have done let's plays in the past, for example, The Walking Dead, Wolf Among Us, Minecraft. I'm currently trying to work on Days Gone at the moment, but at the moment I'm gonna try and put that on hold because I have other things I want to do at the moment. But I will continue Days Gone, I promise you. But yeah, I do want to expand content. I want to do content when I get a PC on a game called Heartspine 4, which, if you guys didn't know, is actually it's a game set during World War II, and you can play as almost any country in the world, and you can basically change the outcome of the war. You can turn Germany democratic. You can, you know, make the other, like the Republican Spain, win the Spanish Civil War, or you can, you know, remake the Byzantine Empire as Greece. And it's a really fun game from what I've seen, and I played it once on my brother's PC, and the best way to describe it, I nuked Rome, I nuked Madrid, and I nuked Berlin. Mainly because I was starting to lose at one point, but luckily atomic research had just arrived for me, so hey ho, I'm gonna take advantage of a good, you know, quick old easy win, you know. But yeah, thank you, UG, for sending in your question. So the next question is coming from Snake Freezer, and he has asked me, have I considered posting videos / live streams on multiple platforms? And what he means there is, like, you know, making a video on an Xbox One, or, you know, making a video on a PC, which I guess is kind of similar to the question UG Outlaw asked me, like expanding like let's plays and walkthroughs and all that. So I'll answer this again, I guess, for this kind of question when it comes to like posting videos on the subjects, I guess. I do plan on making you know, obviously I mentioned earlier Hoi 4 content when I get a gaming PC. But at the moment, I don't know. I mean, I want to try and I don't want to buy an Xbox One at the moment because I don't have the money. Obviously, I'm not the richest bloke in the world. I mean, I may got like mills and GTA, but in real life, I'm dirt poor. You know. But you know, I'm still standing, aren't I? But yeah, if I get a gaming PC, I'll probably make some content, maybe like 5N content, some Red Dead PC content. I'll mostly just be trying to, I guess, just make content on the PC and, you know, play Hoi 4. Obviously, is one of the games I want to play, because I've just seen it and it just looks so fun. It does. And channels I would probably recommend for Hoi 4 like Alex the Rambler, Isoros Production, and I can't remember the other one. Yeah, I can't remember the other one. I'm sorry. But yeah, those are the two channels I'd probably recommend if you want to watch some Hoi 4 content. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Hopefully that answers your question, Snake, and thank you for submitting your question. Okay, so the next question comes from some absolute mad lad called Pikey Boot 738. Has the poop sock been found? Wait, why would someone send this? Why? Whose idea was this? What absolute mad lad would choose to send this? I'm ashamed of you, Liam, you bottom feeding degenerate. I'm gonna send you to fucking China and you'll get molested by fucking Pingu. I don't fucking know. Next question. So the next question is coming from Riley, and she asked me if I've ever experienced the high ground. Well, I ain't experienced no Obi-Wan shit where he just cuts off some poor bastard's arm and legs and makes him pretty much turned into like a fucking mat, a burnt mat or something. I don't even know. What did the fucking happen in the Robot Chickens thing skit again? What was it? I can't even fucking remember if I'm being completely honest. Oh dear God. Oh dear God. Anyway, thank you for submitting your question, I guess, Riley. I'm fucking confused, but then again, you confuse me most times whenever you say something. Oh dear God. Next question. So the next question is coming from Bob, and he's asked me a very interesting question. Yeah, I'm gonna answer this. It's an actual normal question. Who would have fucking thought? Anyway, so Bob has asked me if I can own an exact replica of any of your cars my cars in GTA 5 in real life. Which one would it be? Well, I'll probably have. I mean, if it turns in like real life cars that exist, I'd probably have the XA21. That's a nice ass looking car, especially because it's a Jag, and I think we all know your boy loves them Jags. But yeah, I probably would have an XA21. But I know in real life there is actually a real life GTA car replica. Um, I don't know where it is now, but it was a real life replica of the Bravo Banshee, and I don't know where it is now, but I remember someone made it, and or was it Rockstar that made it? I think someone or Rockstar made it, and it was just madness. That thing was, and I can't imagine where it is now. I don't know where it is now, to be honest. It's probably in some shed in fucking Zimbabwe. I don't even know, to be honest, but it's somewhere. It is. And that fucking car is brilliant. If anyone knows like anything else about that car, do let me know in the comments below. Like, it's really interesting. Like, someone out there made a replica of the Banshee from, like, I think it was based off the GTA 4 and GTA 5 model. That Banshee that was made. I could be wrong, but god damn, someone went through the effort to make that thing, and they got the engine and everything. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy, and I think I gotta give my hats off to that person that made that car. But yeah, I'd say 21 would be the car I would have in real life, which is basically one of the cars I have in my collection. But I would love to see that Banshee. That's that guy made, or Rockstar made. I don't know who was it that made it. If anyone knows in the comments below, do let me know. That'd be pretty cool. But yeah, thank you, Bob, for submitting your question. So the next question is coming from Mr. Milton, and he's asked me a very good question, and I'm looking forward to answering this question. He has asked me, what is my opinion on 2019? Was it good or bad? Well, I mean, personally for me, it was a pretty good year. But I know there was a lot of problems in the real world and all that. We cannot forget about all the problems that do happen in the real world, because that ultimately does affect our lives and all that. But personally, 2019 was a fantastic year for me. It was probably my best year on the site. And I mean, I'm being like, I think I said this in one of my live streams. 2019 was like the year of preparation, of action, you know, preparing for the big one. You know, it's like, you know, it was an amazing year for me personally. I had a lot of fun in 2019, and I mean, I'm pretty upset that they ended, because it was a brilliant year for me, and I know for some people 2019 probably was a bad year for them because they might have had some problems in their family, or sorry about that, I just coughed, or some like tragedies probably, you know, struck them. And it's just, I want to say this for those that are going through tough times: don't think that anyone anyone's like, you know, not really caring about you, because people do care for you. And if you're ever in a dark time, just know that there is someone out there that is just, that will want to help you and all that. They care for you, genuinely care for you and all that. And it's just, yeah. I just hope everyone is safe, every one of my subs and my fans, and just people that just I know in general. I hope you're all safe, and if you ever are in that dark place, please do know that there is someone out there that does care for you. If you feel like no one cares for you and like the world has just gone to shit for you, never ever feel like that is the solution. Okay, just talk to someone, because someone does care for you. And I speak from someone that has been in that position. Just don't let like, you know, people that shit talk you, don't let them bring you down, because ultimately you let them win if they do bring you down. You just gotta, you know, stand up for what you believe in and just be you, and that's why people care for you, because you're you. But yeah, for me 2019 was a good year, and that was just my message. That there was just the message for those that had a bad 2019, and I promise you it does get better. I promise to everyone, if you're ever in a dark place, it does get better. It just takes time. Shit, I didn't mean to get all like deep and philosophical on you guys. Sorry about that. But yeah, thank you, Milton, for submitting your question. Yeah, it was a pretty good question. And we're on to the final question on the good old Discords, and then we'll move to the YouTubes. Okay, I regret saving this question for last. But yeah, the last question is from the Thomas the Tank Engine wannabe / train boy / the man that promised Railtails but didn't fucking release it. Anyway, so he asked me, why do I play on the pleb station for? Well, why do you play on the Xbono 1, train boy? Ugh, trains. Ugh. But yeah, on a serious note, I mean, I grew up with Sony consoles, and the PlayStation 2 was the very first console I actually ever played. And I just remember for countless hours just, you know, playing Simpsons Hit and Run, San Andreas, I can't remember, I think the original Cars game. Does anyone fucking remember that? Oh god, I remember that. Oh dear. But yeah, I don't know. I guess that's one of the reasons why, maybe. I don't even know. But yeah, I guess thank you, Train, for submitting this question. And now we shall move onto the Discord. Not Discord. Fucking hell. Now we move onto the good, old-fashioned, the beloved YouTube section. Alright, so our first question on the YouTube section of the video is coming from Lucas Upton, and he has asked me, and I don't know what is a one day, even though he only sent me one question, but you know, win some, you lose some. I guess he had plans to send more questions and all that, but I guess he didn't send more, I don't know. But anyway, Lucas has asked me, what do I like about being a YouTuber? Well, I mean, in the beginning, I was just doing it really because all my friends at school, they were trying to be like YouTubers. They were like, oh, I'm gonna be bigger than PewDiePie, mate. And the funny thing is, I mean, a lot of them, they went into doing it with that mindset, and then they they got fucking oofed. They did, because well, none of them became really big. I mean, they got some did get a little bit big, but after that, really and truly, their channels, they just died. They stopped uploading, and they lost that mindset. And my mindset from the very beginning has always been the same. I've just really wanted to do it for fun, and really and truly, I mean, I'm still doing it for fun, if I'm being completely honest. There are, you know, channels that I've become friends with that are fairly big, and it's, like I've said this numerous times, it's honestly a privilege to, you know, get to do this and, you know, hang out with you fine folks, and, you know, just have the ability to, you know, do live streams, to do videos, to do all sorts of things for you guys, and even just to hang out with you guys in game or in, like, you know, like chats and all that. It's just, it's something that I never actually thought would actually, you know, would ever happen, because honestly, when you do this thing, you just you're just making videos, and at the end of the day, and I'm still surprised by it, but, you know, you never thought you would actually get to talk to, you know, different people you've never met before from doing this, because it's just crazy. But I guess, yeah, I like doing this thing mainly because I get to interact with some awesome people, you know, and I have a lot of fun doing it. So yeah, thank you for sending in your question, Luke. So the next question is coming from the British lad, and he has asked me, do I do college? I think I've answered this question before, but yes, I do attend college, I do. I'm not gonna say where, because I ain't gonna fucking put my college out there, you know, for people, because someone's gonna probably turn up there and fucking throw a mince pie at me or some shit, I don't fucking know. But, yeah, I do attend college. I only attend it on Tuesdays and Thursdays. It used to be Tuesdays and Wednesdays, but now I do Tuesdays and Thursdays instead because it works for the other sites and all that. But yeah, I attend on Tuesdays and Thursdays, which if some didn't know, that's also why I don't really upload or stream sometimes on Tuesdays or Wednesdays, which is ooh kind of thing, you know. But yeah, I usually go to college on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I've met a lot of good people going there. They're, you know, just great people that I've met down there, and you know, it's just I don't know. I mean, it's fun there, I guess. I mean, I do some, you know, my subjects and all that I need to do, and it's just brilliant that I get to go there and I get to, I guess, you know, learn. But yeah, thank you for sending in your question, British lad. Alright, so our next question is coming from Chinese Gaming, and he sent me 3 questions for this one, so let's go answer them. His first question, he asked me, what's my goal/plan for my channel in 2020? I think I've already said this earlier on, but I would love to hit 1K this year, but realistically, I'm going to try and, you know, go small and just say, you know, we'll probably hit 600 or 700 maybe. But I'm just being realistic. If I'm going absolutely balls to the walls, you know, and kind of, you know, theorizing on what's going to happen, 1K, there you go, boys and girls. But being realistic, I'm going to just say 600 or 700. That's personally what I believe. His second question he has asked me is, will I consider to do more PvP or even RNG for my GTA 5 live streams in the future? Well, I mean, I have been playing a lot of RNG recently, and that's mainly because I've been just hanging around with some PvP people. For example, Nick, if you guys don't know who she is, she's brilliant YouTuber. She is. She mostly streams on YouTube and Twitch. But if you want to check her out, do feel free. And you know, Adidas Gamer / JK Gamers. I've played with him a few times on his stream, and you know, me and Chinese Gaming, we just join in, and you know, we just hang out with him, you know, and it's pretty fun. It's honestly really fun whenever we get to play RNG, and I don't really take it too seriously most of the time. I mostly just, you know, play just to play. I mean, at the end of the day, RNG is actually pretty fun, and I'm surprised on, like I've said in the real talk video on Reddit Online, I was surprised on how like semi-decent I was at the game mode. And Chinese Gaming's final question is, why do I dislike the beautiful post-op van? Well, I have a question for you, Chinese Gaming. Why do you bring the post-op van to my MC businesses or my people's MC businesses when we're selling? Bruh, you're gonna confuse us. Like, you know, 1 second where, you know, we're thinking, hey, we got some bikes, yo, we got some bikes. We see a post-op van out there, and fucking PTSD from the fucking Vietnam War kicks in, you know, like, bruh. But yeah, on a serious note, thank you for sending in your questions, Chinese Gaming. Alright, so the next question is coming from Michael, and he has asked me 2 questions, and I will answer his questions now. His first question is, what DLCs am I looking forward to in GTA and Red Dead Online? Like, DLC ideas, I guess. Well, I mean, people do joke about me saying, oh, I predicted the Moonshiner update, but really and truly, I wish I didn't predict it now because of how much of a bloody mess that DLC was. But for Red Dead Online, First of all, let's get a fucking update where we fix the problems that's going on. And if we're talking about big update, heists. There we go. Make sure it's based off the model of the casino heist if you're going to release heists, Rockstar, for Red Dead Online. I mean, I've talked about this once. Imagine, variable loots on a train heist or stealing state bonds from a boat and all that. Like, it'd be fun. It would honestly be just real fun. And it would bring us back to some of the heists you do in story mode with, the train heist at the very end, or the bank heist in Saint Denis or Valentine, or some of the stagecoach missions you do for camp activities. But for GTA Online, when it comes to GTA Online's future updates, I mean, a lot of the updates for GTA Online have technically already been done. But I guess a Mafia DLC. I've talked about this in the past, but a Mafia DLC would actually be a pretty good idea if Rockstar is going to make a new update for GTA Online that's going to be big and expansive and out of this world. I probably would say a Mafia DLC would be a good idea. And Michael's final question for me is, do I think The Walking Dead final season would have had a different outcome if Telltale never went bankrupt? Now, I'll talk about this. I do love The Walking Dead, and I know a lot of you guys, aren't big fans of The Walking Dead, considering, the view count and shit. For those kind of, when I, replayed it on the definitive edition. And honestly, I'll just say this, spoilers, you saved time there, because it was a fucking mess, that game was. But, I will say this, I think after Telltale just went down to the shitters, I think when Skybound made episode 3 and 4, episode 3 was actually pretty okay. Episode 4, I thought it was good at first, but then after replaying it, you could see the problems and all that. And when they released Definitive, you could tell it was a cash grab. You could already tell. And honestly, I just felt like the final episode Telltale ever made, which is, episode 2, Suffer the Children, after that, the love was essentially sucked away from the soul of The Walking Dead. And, I know we had that bit of banter when we did at Broken Toys, where AJ was doing the Soldier Boy and shit, but I still remember streaming that episode, if I'm being real. That was pretty fun, that was. But, I gotta say this, I feel like the outcome would have been different. I mean, I've read some of the leaks, and my friend Ben, also known as Brecton, feel free to subscribe to him, he's seen some of them as well, and when we looked at some of them, they're pretty cool. Like, one of them was a, a scenario where if you ended up, going towards the Delta, you would see a walker, which if you let Lee turn, it would be Lee. That would have been awesome! Imagine stuff like that. It would have added so much replayability to The Walking Dead's final season if Telltale never went bankrupt. But the problem is, we already know the workers' rights were abused at Telltale, and the rabbit hole essentially begins there, it starts with that, and when you look down that rabbit hole, you just don't come back up, and I personally do believe The Walking Dead Season 4, final season, whatever you want to call it, it would have had a completely different ending if, Telltale didn't have all those problems that was eating away at it. And I guess it's kind of good to see Telltale sort of come back, like it's sort of revived. I mean, The Wolf Among Us Season 2 is planned to release, which I will be doing an LP on if you guys are interested. Oi oi. But yeah, that's my personal opinion. And yeah, thank you for submitting your questions in, Michael. Really appreciate it. So the next question is coming from Mr. Tay Daniel, and he has asked me 2 questions, and so let's get into it. His first question he has asked me, what am I looking forward to from now on, GTA or Red Dead? I do still have a little bit of faith in Red Dead, but if I'm being completely honest, I just feel like GTA, I mean, compared to Red Dead, GTA gets more love because obviously it's Rockstar's biggest seller. It makes more money than Red Dead Redemption, if I'm being honest, and, I love Red Dead Online, I think it's pretty fun, but problem is, these bugs have ruined the experience for the people. And the fact is that Rockstar is still trying to, drip in the little gold bar system, just try and literally just sneak it right into our veins and just say, Oh, what are you talking about? This is fine, guys. Come on, come on. You should buy gold bars, and you'll be able to afford that moonshiner stuff, along with that battle pass as well, my dudes. I mean, outlaw pass. Sorry, I'm so sorry, Red Dead Online fanboys. Please do not hurt me. I just said battle pass. I meant outlaw pass. Please do not put me on the cross and crucify me. Please do not do that. But yeah, I'm being real. I'm gonna be honest, I just prefer GTA at the moment, to be honest. I mean, it's like that weird phase. I mean, I do feel a bit stupid now, because I made those videos defending Red Dead Online, and now I'm flip-flopping harder than Mitt Romney. But that's my opinion on Red Dead and GTA at the moment. And Daniel's second question was, what games am I hoping to play in the future? Well, I mean, personally, if I'm being honest, I am looking forward to Cyberpunk and maybe The Last of Us 2. Those games look pretty good, especially Cyberpunk. I've heard Cyberpunk is going to be really, really good. And I've seen all the stuff, and yes, I know the meme. Keanu Reeves is definitely breathtaking. But yes, let me know if you want me to do an LP on Cyberpunk. I am willing to do that if you guys want me to. But if not, that's fine, my dudes. That is fine. I respect your opinion, gamers. But yeah, thank you for submitting your questions. So the next question is coming from Ben is Random, and he has asked me, am I going to do streams on PC games soon? Yeah, I do plan on getting a gaming PC. I've said this before, but I plan on getting a gaming PC, and I plan on possibly doing some, streams on that on games like Hoi 4 or Crusaders Kings 2. I've heard that's really good because it's also made by Paradox. But those are some games I'm interested in. 5M would be something I'm really interested in doing because 5M trolling and all that. And it'd be interesting, it'd be really interesting. Oh shit. But yeah, some other games on the PC, and maybe Gary's mod as well, that'd be cool. Maybe Minecraft as well. But yeah, those are games I probably will end up playing soon at one point, maybe when I get a gaming PC, of course. But yeah, thank you for submitting a new question, Ben. And yeah, I'd love to play with you too on the PC, my dude. Anyway, let's get on to the next question. So the next question is coming from GB/GoBurns, and he has asked me, when do I think GTA Online will reach its end of life, or do I think Rockstar will keep it going by simply adding GTA 6 maps like World of Warcraft? Well, I mean, personally, I don't think it's out of the bloom. I think Rockstar, they could definitely do it. They can simply add in North Yankton if they wanted to, but they'd obviously have to clean it up a little bit, get rid of all the nasty bugs and problems and the falling under the map bits and pieces. And, it'd be a massive time and effort, of just cleaning up some certain areas. And I do believe that they could end up adding in maybe Vice City or Liberty City to GTA 5, but I don't know. I mean, it'd be interesting to see, but I don't know. I mean, there have been mods on the PC port showing that, there are maps of, Liberty City, Vice City. Hell, someone even made a map of the first GTA game, and also a map of GTA London, which, I think it was pretty accurate to both the game's London and even bits of real life London. Well, without all the stabbings and incompetent mayors, cough cough cough, Sadiq Khan. But yeah, personally, I feel like if GTA 6 ends up releasing, they could release GTA 6, but I don't know if they will, because personally, GTA 6, I don't know if it will make as much money as 5, but if you think about it, it possibly could, because of all the, it's been a while since we've had a GTA game. It's been nearly pretty much like they released GTA 4 in 2008, then they released 5 in 2013. It's going on to soon to be 7 years since they released a GTA game. So I feel like Rockstar, they could possibly release another GTA game, like GTA 6 maybe in the future, but I don't know. Only time will tell, really. So yeah, thank you for sending in your question. So the next set of questions is coming from Goats, and he has asked me, do I even RDR2, bruh? Bruh, I do play that game, I just don't like the online at the moment. I do like the story mode though, so I'm still a Red Dead fan. Don't at me, RDR2 Reddit, or fucking ban me like you did when I gave my opinion on Sadie. So his next question is, who's my favorite character in the RDR universe? For example, Arthur, John, etc. And if I have to choose out the main two characters, I think we already know who I'm choosing. John Marston. My name's John Marston. I would always choose my boy John. I will always choose him. Hashtag Team John. And I know there's a lot of people that will instantly choose Arthur, but that's mainly because a lot of the people that chose him is mainly because their first RDR game is RDR2 and not RDR1. So they don't have the proper connection like yours truly does with Mr. Marston. I do like Arthur though. Roger did do a fantastic job voicing him, but I'm being honest, Rob did a better job at voicing John. Just my opinion. Don't at me. Don't at me, my dudes. So, Goat's third question is, what was the very first game I ever played on any platform? Well, I think I mentioned this earlier. The very first console I actually ever played was the PS2. And I think the very first game I actually played, I think it was one of the Lego Star Wars games, or I think it was Simpsons Hit and Run, or Spider-Man for the PS2. I do remember Spider-Man for the PS2. That was a fucking banger, that was. But yeah, I think it was one of those two. His next question he has asked me is, what's my subscriber goal for 2020? Well, I feel like at the end of the year I might hit 800 most likely. I think I said 700 earlier, but those are the two realistic ones. But if I'm going a little bit more balls to the walls for end of 2020, maybe 800. Real, like, non-historical AI going in with a fucking pencil into a fucking gunfight. I think 1K would be nice to end this year, but we'll have to wait and see, as they say. And his Goat's final question he has asked me is, will I be doing any diverse playthroughs or something like that in the near future, like Days Gone's or Resident Evil, etc.? Well, I am working on the Days Gone LP. I do want to do another LP episode for you guys, but at the moment I want to put it on hold just for a little bit. I want to save it for maybe February. When I first did it, it was for a little test, see if you guys liked it, and I know you guys liked it, but I want to properly start it in February. I mean, we already did part 1, but in part 2, we're doing it in February. We're not going to do it like partly months, don't worry. We're still going to be doing it, but it's not going to be like released every second. But the problem is, it's with the algorithm. I mean, if I release something that's different to, like, you know, the main content I release, which is GTA and Red Dead, the algorithm's gonna go fucking bonkers, it is. So it's kind of difficult. I want to play some games for you guys, but the problem is the algorithm will fuck up my channel as a result if I diverse. So, don't worry. The Days Gone LP is still happening. But at the moment, we're just gonna take a little break and then we'll return in February, don't worry. We'll be doing it a lot in February, I promise you. I promise. So, if, you know, come back to this video in the future and say, he better have kept his promise. But yeah, thank you for submitting in your questions, Goats. Alright, so the next batch of questions is coming from Archangel, and real quick, I want to say this. If you guys are going to send in multiple questions, please don't do it in multiple comments. Please do it in just one comment for me. It's a lot easier, and I had to, you know, look for Archangel's comments and all that. So in the future, guys, please, when you do send in multiple questions, don't send in multiple comments. Just do it in one comment. It's a lot easier for me, and it's a lot easier for you, believe me. So I think Archangel did send in 5, but I've lost the other question. But I think it was like about fear or something, like my biggest fear, I think it was. I'll answer that. Most people know when I was younger, I was a little, because I have said this on my Sunday the Arrival Halloween stream I did back in Halloween. I said I was a bit I was frightened at the Lion and the Bear event in Teletubbies when you know, whenever that shit appeared in Teletubbies, but that was like rare. I can't remember. But yeah, I've also mentioned that in the 300 subs Q&A video as well, along with that live stream that I mentioned. So I guess I'm answering it again here. But the next question Archangel has asked me is, what is my favorite food? It's got to be a nice bit of chicken fried rice. No one can say no to that. Archangel's next question is, what would I like to do for a living? Well, currently I work at a museum. Most people know that. At the moment, I'm taking some time off. I am, but yeah. When I work there, it's fun. I do get a bit of good dosh, but I mean, it's not something I literally want to proper do. But I mean, it's a good place for work, and it's very good for, I guess, the learning experience, and yeah, I enjoy working there. But Archangel's next question is, what is my biggest regret? Well, I can't really think of regrets at the moment. I mean, there have been a few regrets where I've had chance to ask a girl out, and I've just not taken the opportunity, and it's just the second I go get ready to do it, she's already with someone else, and it's like, oh, it's cliche shit like that. But I can't think of, like, realistically, I can't actually think of another regret of mine. And Archangel's final question is, what is my dream car? Well, it's gotta be like a Jag. Everyone loves a Jag. And if you don't love a Jag, unsubscribe. I'm joking. Don't actually unsubscribe. I'll die if you do. But yeah, it'd probably be a Jag, whether it's a four-door sedan, sedan Jag, or if it's just like a little sports car Jag. They're all good either way, because it's a Jag. Everyone loves a Jag. I love Jags, and you love Jags as well. I know you do. If you're saying you don't, you do, because I said so. Anyway, thank you for submitting in your questions, Archangel. Alright, so the next batch of questions is coming from Len, and he has asked me, first, do I have any talents or things I am good at? Well, I mean, I could play the drums when I was younger. I don't play them anymore. But I guess I can do voice impressions, but I wouldn't say that's like a proper talent. Most people know that I can do some voice impressions and all that. Everyone knows I can do a fantastic job of voicing the president. I do a fantastic job. Vote for me in 2020, and we will just drain Shrek's swamp. Oi, what you doing there, donkey? I'm draining your swamp. I am draining your swamp. What are you doing in my swamp, donkey? Well, I can almost do a sort of good Shrek voice. It's not that good. But Kermit the Frog would like to say that it's okay. It's okay impression. It's an okay impression. Okay? It's a very okay impression. I think it was an okay impression, if I'm being honest. His next question, he has asked me what interests me: science, cars, space, etc. Well, most people know this. I fucking love history. I fucking love it. Like, just researching about it in general, and just learning about the past, and talking about alternate scenarios as well. It's really fun and interesting, because you learn so much crazy shit about the past, and you like, did this really happen? Crikeys. It's just, it blows your mind, it's amazing. It's amazing and mind-blowing at the same time. The next question Len has asked me is, what games am I looking forward to play in the future? Well, I think I mentioned this earlier from Goat's question, but I'll answer it again here. I'm looking forward to playing Cyberpunk and The Last of Us Part 2. I'm really interested in playing both of those games. And also, I will say this. Most people have been like, Kane, can you do a Lego Star Wars playthrough? Or LP or some shit? I will do one on the Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga game. Mark my words. That's coming. That will be coming, my dudes. When the game releases, obviously. What's my favorite drink? Well, I mean, I guess a nice cold Pepsi is nice. I mean, if you're having a bit, but you know, if you're having a little bit of an alcoholic beverage, you can't go wrong with a bit of Guinness, or you know, a Jack Daniels and Coke. That's a good one. It's really good. And Len's final question is, do I have any pets? I have 3 cats, I do. One of them I love to hell, one of them I'm on neutral grounds with, and one of them I fucking despise. And they're lovely, they're honestly lovely. They are, and you know, they're just brilliant. It's just, having a pet in general, just you feel like a bond, you know. It's like a friendship almost, and when you lose them, that's honestly the worst thing. And I've said this a few times, if you lose a pet, it's just the worst thing that can actually happen to you. If I'm just being completely honest, and that's happened to me at least 3 times. One with a cat, one with 2 rabbits. I mean twice with 2 rabbits, and it's the worst experience you can ever have, losing a pet. But you know, they're still with you in your heart if you lose them, and yeah. So thank you thank you for sending in your questions, Len. So let's get into the final set of questions. Alright, so the final set of questions is coming from Reg, man, gamer person, and he has asked me 5 amazing questions. Like, these are these questions, oh, fucking brilliant. But anyway, my dude, let's answer the first question. So his first question is, do I like racing or repo missions? I love my repo missions, if I'm being honest, over racing, because repo missions is we get money from, and racing, it makes me want to stick a mini nuke up my Jap's eye. His next question he has asked me, I'm Pickle Rick. Anyway, his next question he has asked me is, do I agree in colors that doesn't even exist, or see the reasonings and agree with them? I will always agree in colors that doesn't exist, because you know, fucking 2019 white girl, yeah, that's why. Yes. Third question. Oh yes, Daddy. He has asked me is, do I prefer the tribal Kenyan music or the Congo tribal music? Well, the Congo was under control by the French and the fucking Belgians. Well, mainly the fucking French. I mean, the Belgians, alright. Belgians, fuck it. The Belgians filled with legends. There we go. But fucking France. So fuck the French. Kenya was under British control. We gotta do it, Kenya, you know? Because we're the coolest of the coolest. That's why, my dudes. Fucking kill me, please. His next question he has asked me is, am I looking for work? Yes, I would love to fly the in the Japanese Air Force in 1941. We're gonna have a bit of a gander down there, you know, just say hello to the Yanks, and oh no, everything's blown up and on fire. And his final question, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. It's fucking brilliant. Is self-healing an addiction? Bruh. Self-healing is a fucking mad addiction, brother. It's fucking mad. But yes, if you're wondering why I didn't act too serious in this bit, is because Red sent in the questions, and he probably would want me to act like a fucking idiot, so I'm doing it for him. There you go. You happy now, Reg? You happy now? But yes, those are all the questions for the 500 subs Q&A, so I guess we'll do some debriefing in the next bit of the video. Alright, so in this bit, we usually, most people know, in this bit, Q&As, we do the debriefing, and I guess we talk about the plan for the future of the channel. Now, yeah, I guess, we'll get into it now. So first of all, the plan for the channel's future, I think I mentioned this earlier, but, yeah, the plan is we're gonna continue, as usual, doing our GTA Online content and streams and all that, you know, getting all that content up and running, you know, showing the people what's, you know, good and all that. And I want to maybe also try and expand as well. I might try and bring back Red Dead Online content as well, but it won't be as regular. I'll bring it back when they fucking fix the game, okay? But I'll try and do some content for story mode actually, because there's been some new stuff added with the Moonshiner update for PS4 at least. I think they're gonna release it in a few weeks for Xbox, or if not, it's probably already released by now. I could be wrong, but yeah, there's some new missions and new weapons and new stuff that's been added to the single player experience for Red Dead 2, and I want to do some videos showing that off, like the M1899 pistol is one thing I'm interested in. Another one is the the new side quest mission that you are seeing right now. It's fairly interesting, you know. I mean, you can go and do this pretty much, as you can see. I'm gonna basically give this fucker some plants, but yeah. Personally, I'm being honest. I feel like things are gonna pretty much stay maybe the same. I want to experiment with some content on the channel. For example, most people know I was doing the Days Gone LP. I'm still gonna do it. Don't worry, I'm still doing it. I'll continue it properly in February. I'm just taking a little time off, just so we can, you know, hang out and chill for a bit. But yeah, there will be Days Gone LP. There will be there will be some other LPs in the future. Cyberpunk is one game I want to do an LP on especially. But yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. I was gonna do content for Call of Duty Modern Warfare, but fuck that. I also have plans on possibly making two videos, which are like reviewing two films. And the films are Jojo Rabbit, which is basically the film about the kid that who his imaginary friend is Adolf Hitler for some reason, and I don't know. I mean, it's weird, but okay. And then the other film is 1917, which most people know. Most people already know that 1917 is a film set during World War One, and it's fucking brilliant. It is, my dudes. You guys would love it. But anyway, I don't know if those would do well, to be honest, but I will attempt to. But, yeah. I don't know. For 2020, I have some plans I want to do for content, but I don't know at the moment. There's some more stuff I want to do. But, yeah. I don't know, I guess it'll be mostly the same of what you guys are usually used to, GTA, Red Dead and stuff, but yeah. I hope you guys somehow enjoyed today's video. Hopefully you guys had your questions answered in the Q&A. Yeah. As always, I guess it's been me, Kane, and yeah, thank you for watching the video. If you want to leave a like, do feel free to. If you want to leave a dislike, feel free to leave a dislike. Just want your honest opinion. If you want to sub to the channel, do feel free. We're on the road to the big 600, and you know we're on the way. We're doing bits. Yours truly is doing bits around here. I also want to apologize for the length of the video. It's pretty much nearly an hour and all that, but you know, I just wanted to answer your questions for you guys. But yeah, I want to thank you all for watching today's video. I hope you guys really did enjoy. If you want to join my Discord server, the link is in the description. But yeah, as always, it's been me, Kane, and I'll see you guys in what I do next. Bye guys.